Hello and a cheerful welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2, where we're in the Sunken Flag in our new little home away from home now that we've arrived in Neverwinter. But yes, we have important decisions to make and things to think of on how to proceed with our investigation of the Silver Shards. But first let's talk with our party a little bit. Nishka! No, I want to talk with Nishka. There we go.
What's going on?
So, weird question, but actually, yeah, let's start with, who are you? Yeah, so you're a thiefling, right?
Yeah, but shh, don't tell anyone. I wouldn't want anyone else to figure it out. I mean, aside from the horns and the traces of demon blood.
I guess those demon blood, you mean like those darker spots on your skin. That seems rude to call that demon blood. Looks lovely on you. There's more questions.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
Ah, so you would say you're a horny girl. Oh, sorry, little joke there. Okay, just tell me a little, I think we already asked her about herself, right? Let's ask.
Me? Well, I don't know. I'm me, I guess.
You sound a little surprised.
No one usually asks. So finding the words is a little hard. Trust me. People usually make up the whole story once they spot the demon blood, if they ask at all.
So, well, I'm asking you, I'd like to know. I'm very curious.
This is so exciting. Wow, where to begin? Okay, well,
Not your
I have
birth, I
no
hope.
idea
Oh,
who my mom
okay,
or dad was.
so speak your birth.
I was abandoned, but raised by priests who tried to convert me, so I went away for a long time.
Long time, eh? Priests. What priests?
Yeah, priests of Helm. The Watcher. The Vigilant One. Kind to children. Were they a hard-headed bunch? Really up on the discipline, not so much on the caring and forgiveness. But they're priests of Helm, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, fair enough. So, not much for forgiveness?
Yeah, I mean, we all get into trouble sometimes, or a lot. And I guess they ran
Quick
out of
addition there.
I forgive yous at some point. Anyway, so after helping myself to their collection plate after a particularly moving sermon, I decided to see what else I could help myself to. But you know,
so you robbed
those
them.
tales could fill a book, and I don't want to chew your ear off.
And
Maybe
fill your
some other
pockets,
time.
probably. Haha, yes. Well, okay, thieving joke there. Got a question.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
So, about our current situation, do you know anything about the creatures pursuing us?
Well, the Githyanki are probably one of the worst groups of zealots you could ever have chasing you. The lower planes excluded. Githyanki are smart, even for religious halfwits. So I hope they haven't targeted you for some holy crusade, because then you'd be deep in the sticks, let me tell you.
Oh, great.
The thing is, they usually aren't this persistent. They have a set goal, they hit it, and then they're out of there. Plus, they don't usually stay on one plane for too long. The astral plane is their home.
Yeah, that's actually a kind of a point. So, the Githyanki live on the astral plane. An interesting fact about the astral plane is that there's basically no time there. There is no real passage of time, as it were. So, anyone being on the astral plane is basically does never age. Because time does not really pass, as it were, even though things still happen and such. So, so the thing with the Githyanki is, yeah, they like to stay on the astral plane because they don't age there. The moment they go off the astral plane, other planes have time, so time passes and they start to age quickly. Hence why they don't like staying on other planes too long. Because, well, they stay in another plane too long, they can just suddenly start dissolving and stuff in old age. And yes, that is Githyanki and the Astral. Interesting other fact is that, well, Githyanki have to procreate. However, when time does not pass, children do not grow up. So they actually have secret bases along the prime material plane where they actually, there's actually secret crashes, as it were. Where their children basically grow up until they're old enough. So, interesting fact there. Also, they lay eggs. Another interesting fact. Anyways, any idea why they're here?
Your coin's as good as mine. could be anything, but whatever it is, it must be pretty important to them.
I don't like you saying that my coins are yours. That seems troubling. Alright, so another question for you.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
So this Kalakchar term, you have heard of it?
It's not demonic, but it does have a certain plainer tone to it. It's hard to explain. It's an odd dialect. But those Githyanki chasing you definitely aren't from this stretch of the woods. Maybe we could catch one and ask them.
Well, so far they've only been sending like their minions at us, so...
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
I doubt they know too much. They probably just point to a picture of me and the Githyanki said, "That's Kalakchar, go get." And the minions do it. We have seen she has many useful skills, so that's a stupid question to ask. So, about the other companions.
Yeah? Which one of the marks you wanted to know about?
Marks?
Not the barrelhead dwarf, is it?
So, what about him?
Well, he needs to watch his tongue, or it's gonna run right out of his mouth and get stepped on.
Don't fight, you
You did me a
two.
good turn. All I want to do is help out, and he's yelling at me like some old mule. I know he's short, and it's rough being in the big people's world.
Oof.
But he needs to stop being all defensive, especially for someone so small.
Oof. Ow. Actually, I meant Eleni as well.
The tree worshipper? What about her? If you're asking if she has any money or valuables, then no. I already checked.
Don't do that. I'm more interested in what you, Don't do that. I don't think we need to speak it up. Actually, yes, we do. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, all right. I was just making sure she didn't have anything that could hurt us, but I'll stay out of her pockets in the future. If you do.
What's, That's an interesting hint. I was more interested in what you thought of her, especially with that comment.
I don't know. She's got pointy ears, but doesn't smell of the lower planes.
Again, with
so
the
she's
smelling.
Probably not a tiefling. And she's too tall to be a halfling, and too thin. Plus, she hangs out with animals, so she's an elf.
Yeah, racist
What do you expect me to
stereotypes
say?
ahoy.
She's one of those nature priests. Worship trees and the land, don't like cities, so don't have much traffic with her kind.
Alright, we've spoken up. Let's move on. Now, I do think we should have a quick word with Ellie, and then we're gonna head out. So, let's have a chat.
Our companion Kelgar mentioned West Harbor to me.
Yes.
I heard what happened there. To your friends, the other villagers. The attack by those creatures that forced you to leave.
It was difficult to leave, and to see the wounded and dead was very difficult as well. I lost someone dear to be there.
Still, to leave your home. I sometimes forget the attachments one can put to a place. With my kind, especially those that listen to nature, there is no one place that we call home. Everywhere we go throughout the land is comforting, with its own sounds and life.
It was mostly the people of West Harbor that made it home, not so much the buildings.
I can see how that would be. It is a strange concept at times.
I love people.
But understandable. We deal with few outside of our own circle. I have not seen my own kind in many years, and I spoke with the circle only rarely. But surely we were not here to discuss how I feel about things. Was there something you needed?
Yes, a few questions
What
if I
did
may.
you wish to know?
So, you mentioned the circle before. What do you mean?
It is not something I wish to discuss. Let us leave it for another time.
Okay.
If there is something else you wish to
Mysterious.
ask, then do so. But there are some things which shall remain mine and mine alone.
That's odd. So, why were you following me?
It is not something I can explain, but I feel these creatures pursue you for a reason.
Well, yes.
Where you walk, so do they.
That's
You are
obvious.
either a threat or prey to them, and I must discover which.
And why is that so important to you then?
These creatures that hound you are responsible for other crimes. Much rides on this, both from the past and the present.
Nicely talking around it, no clear answers. And why did you wait so long before you revealing yourself then?
I was uncertain of your goals and your intentions, and whether you were some ally of these creatures. Only during the later stages of the attack did I feel compelled to intervene. It is always in our nature to watch, to observe. To act is at times difficult.
So our nature, there's more of you then.
It is not something I wish to discuss.
Ah, darn it.
Let us leave it for another time. If there is something else you wish to ask, then do so.
Yeah, we already had that.
But there are some... What did you wish to know?
Trying to help me. Never mind, let's move on. Flirting will do that very soon. Actually, let's flirt a little bit with Nishka. I prefer to flirt with Nishka, honestly.
Yes.
At least she gives a fairly straight answer to her questions,
What's going
even
on?
if it kind of blabs out unwillingly. Flirt. Yeah, this is a nice one. I love your eyes, Nishka. They're so unusual. They're like two rubies that are lit from within. You can't have them. That was not what I was thinking. What would be smooth here? I said him. Well, unless you leave my side, I'll have the pleasure of looking at them quite often. Well, you can look. There's no harm in that. So that's just a weird conversation. I think that flirt kind of failed. I don't think that was very smooth. Anyways, let us head on out. As you see, yes, we basically just have like one full party. It'll change to a party and a half or two parties. So you know what I mean. Oh, and it's Neverwinter Night now. Aha. So there's Watchman about.
I would say yes.
Hello, Watchman. Wish the city would spare some great cloaks to help out here at the docks. And why do you say that? We've been having trouble controlling the thieves in this district. They're running loose like they own the place. Marshal Cormac and his lieutenant have stepped up patrols, but we just don't have enough men to keep an eye on every corner. Just watch yourself, keep your head down and you'll be fine. Alright, so... not very effective. Let's have a look around to where everything is. So, I don't think this is the main road. Is this the main road? Yeah, there we go. So, there is more City Watch people over here. Well, they seem to have like a lot of people. Oh, and that's Caleb. Let's have a chat with this Caleb. See what he's about.
So, the watchman was so scared of me that he turns and walks away. You should have seen the look on that merchant's face when he realised he wasn't getting any help. I tell you, Caleb, we own this place. The watch is either cowards or greedy cowards willing to run at the first drop of a coin. You're looking for trouble? Maybe you better walk out of here before we break your legs.
Really? Well, let's say... I was told, well, I'd like to see you try.
Heh, lucky I'm not in the mood for the fight right now. Why do you want to tell me what you're doing here? If I were you, I'd do it quick.
I was told you could help me get into the Blackleg district.
Yeah? Well, you were told wrong. Now get out of here.
I see you're not as well connected as I was led to believe then. I'm sorry to trouble you.
What do you think I am, stupid? The people who I know would kill me if I brought you right to their doorsteps. I'm losing my patience with you. I can help you get into the Black Lake, and that's that.
Well, I don't want any trouble then, so goodbye.
Smart. Now get out of there before the boys and I get to rough you up.
Once again, I'd like to see you try.
How can I help?
So, he basically is telling us he can't help us or doesn't want to help us. Well, that pretty much makes the choice between working with him or the gods pretty easy. Because, well, if he don't help, well, let's go to find the gods people for this then. So, let's have a bit of a walk around. Oh, hello. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to wear clothes. Freaks. So, yes, their minions are even here in the city hounding us. I mean, it's not very threatening, just these four, but still. That is bad news. So, what do we have? Guardsman? Oh, a weaponsmith. Okay, let's have a look with him. Let's see, what type of voice should we find from him?
My name is Repco. If you're looking for a blade, I'll hold mine against any of our competitors.
How's business for you?
Could be worse, could be better. With all the nastiness in the docks, more people are looking to arm themselves. On the other hand, fewer people are entering the district, and those that do aren't here to shop. It's a rough time for a weaponsmith.
Show me what you have for sale, and I am always interested in good weapons. Alright, so... Arc Asunder! Okay, that's 20,000. We don't have that, but... Pretty cool halberd. I sometimes wish I had a character that would use halberds, but sadly, not the case here. That would not fit into, you know, the plan I have. The Lesser Rift Hammer. That's just +1 with sonic damage. So sonic damage is a very good type of damage as it's not resisted by a lot of things. Elven Court Bow. So that's just a really good bow. Honestly, nothing yet I want to spend money on. Does he have... Yes, he does have Ignats. Does he have Adamantite? Unfortunately, no. So we're still on the lookout for that. Darksteel is decent though. Maybe we'll get some Darksteel eventually. For now though, I don't think we need anything from him right now, as we're saving, as I told you, for cooler things. And it seems the dawn has come. Very nice. Oh, and now we have thugs. Okay.
Coming back to the city was a mistake, Nishka. You didn't think you'd slip in unnoticed, did you?
No, I'm just surprised it took you this long to notice. So who's wasting their money on you this time, Benin?
Okay, so friends of Tishka. Probably not really friends by the sound of it. If you got a problem with her, you got a problem with me, understood?
That's right, Benin. You think I'd come back without some muscle on my side? Well, you thought wrong, and I'm still waiting for an answer.
Don't improvise
You're
that much.
Stupid to come
Say
here
it with
on your own.
confidence.
So who sent you?
Leldon's still got a bounty out on you, goat girl. He's even upped the price for those horns.
What's this all about? Who's Leldon?
Old partner of mine blames me for everything. He's apparently still got plenty of gold to waste, too. So what'll it be, Benin? Run now, or let me remove that empty head from your neck?
Brave talk, girl, but your luck's run out. I'm gonna send you back to the 9 hells, where your kind belongs.
Wow, you
Hey,
sound like a
home is where the
psychopath.
heart is. And I'm staying right here in Neverwinter.
So we're just gonna have an open street fight right next to the guard barracks. Good plan!
Take that! Take that!
Oh, they actually hit me, that's not nice. Why didn't you complete your spell, Eleni? Oh well.
Take that!
Looks like Leldon's in for more disappointment. That was fun.
That's the spirit. A
Hey!
little battle is all we need to get the blood
Murder
pumping.
gets people
Almost
bonding.
wish they lasted a little longer.
Yeah, we murdered people again, Calgar. You're a psychopath. So I take it that this Leldon is not a friend of yours.
Leldon still can't admit that he's the second best thief in Neverwinter. He's taken things a little too personally, if you ask me.
Taking things too personally, eh?
Well, Leldon and I pulled a job about a year ago. Big haul, too. You should have been there. I was brilliant. So we
I'll
back to
take
our
your word
hideout
on
and
that.
started to divide up the loot, and that's when old Leldon demands a bigger share.
I'm beginning to understand where the problem is going to come in here.
I'm the one who got us past the guards and past the trap at the vault. Leldon was just baggage. He claims he planned it all. Not much of a plan if you don't know the guard patrol routes or that the vault is trapped. If it weren't for me, he would have never have gotten past the front door.
Uh-huh. Go on, I want to hear the rest of this riveting tale.
So anyway, there's Leldon demanding a bigger share, and he's definitely planned this part out. He's hired Benin and his boys as muscle to make sure I agree. Well, the odds weren't in my favor. I'm delicate, you know. So Leldon and I argued for a bit.
Not
but I
that
wasn't
delicate.
gonna win that one, so I got my tail out of there before Benin got antsy. What's worse is they didn't just take my share. They took everything I had. And I wasn't in much of a position to argue, you know?
Still no honor among thieves then. So they robbed you and now they want to kill you. That seems like an odd combination since you are the wronged party in this whole story.
Oh, well, I couldn't just let things stand as they were.
Ah, there it comes.
I am the best. Leldon's good, and he gets lucky sometimes, but he can't hold a torch to me. So I broke back into his place, stole all the loot, every last copper, and left a note explaining to him how I got past each one of his traps. I didn't get everything they stole back, especially some of the more precious things. But Leldon probably sold them by now anyway. Too bad. And still, I got back way more than my share.
And what happened to all this money? You don't seem to be swimming in wealth right now.
Well, you know, a few coins here, a few coins there. It adds up. I have expenses. And stuff.
Well, if they attack you again, I'll do what I can to protect you, dear Nishka.
Hey, thanks. You know, letting you team up with me was a really good decision. I mean, you actually helped me. And you insult me a lot less than the other people did.
Team up
Before
with you,
echoing
right?
our leader's pledge, next time it would help if we knew there were people hunting you to begin with. And why, since they seem to have their reasons.
Oh, please, don't get all mad. Our leader isn't, and he's the one helping me. You're just tagging along, all right? Anyway, about this mess. I guess the watch will clean these bodies up. Or maybe there will be a rain or something.
Yeah, so
Let's
they'll
go.
magically disappear, like has happened here. So, well, that is a curious thing. Seeing this comic, though. I think the bridge was over there. Let's see, is there anything? 'Cause I seem to remember there is an important person or thing somewhere hiding around here. Yes, I know this game well. Oh, well, there's an armor smith. That is definitely nice. What can I do for you? Show me what you have for sale. So that's a pretty standard selection of armor. The Great Oak, that's an interesting one. +2 and versus Giant. That is actually quite good, but it's also expensive, so. Mask of Persuasion. Charisma and the Diplomacy. Not worth spending on the money on right now, but we'll save up for the full plate. What's that actually costing? 1500. That might be a buy for Calgar. He has a lot of Ignite, but no Adamantite. That's unfortunate. We'll think on getting a full plate for Calgar here. Thing though is there's not really much of the other stuff that we need to. He's wearing currently a magical chainmail, and there really isn't that much of other stuff we want to do necessarily with the magical chainmail. More guardsmen, so that is all nice and taken care of. I really thought there was like an encounter we still have to find out on around here, but maybe I am mistaken, that is somewhere else. I am guessing so. So I will actually call it an episode here. Next time we'll hopefully go and find Marshall Cormac and, well, forcefully join up with the Watch and hope that they'll help us. Well, if they won't help us, we'll just find another way in, but I'm hoping they will help us. So till then, bye bye.